is going to be about responsibilities. Now, come on, we're old enough. Do we have to talk about responsibilities? Really? Oh, the table shakes when I do that. What I'm talking about is that by the time you're at least 30 years old, you should have a will, power of attorney, and medical direction letter. Hi, it's Terry, and or is it me? Why am I talking in third person? Cosmic Retired Guy. And today we're talking about responsibilities, most specifically wills, power of attorney, and medical direction letter. So a will can be completed with a kit, or you could do it online, or you can go see a notary, or you can go see a lawyer if you got bags of money and you don't mind paying thousands of dollars out. Or, and this is something people don't know in retirement, you can get all three of those, will, power of attorney, and medical direction letter, done if you can contact your local law society or contact your local university that is a faculty of law. And the students that are learning to become a lawyer can can do an exercise to draw up your will, power of attorney, and letter of direction, and their instructors, who are regular proper lawyers, can sign off and validate them. And sometimes you might be able to have them do that for you for free. I know a lot of very low income seniors have done that in the past. Works great. And I mean, I appreciate it. Maybe they're looking for a donation. Maybe they're looking for a beer bong or something for their party night out for the legal students. But, you know, if you can get something for free or very cheap, that's a bonus, especially when you're retired. So, the power of attorney, that's what that basically is. I mean, a will is kind of last will and testament. That's pretty obvious, right? Who you're going to leave your fortune or non-fortune to. Power of attorney is basically if you're incapacitated physically or mentally, you've got somebody that can act on your behalf. They can pay your bills, pay your rent, do sort of legal matters or financial matters. They can do that in your name because you have designated them to act in your behalf. Medical direction letter. Some people, it all depends how far you want to go with these things. Some people have a do not resuscitate. My mom had one of those attached to her will. So medical direction, do not resuscitate if I happen to go unconscious. For me, I don't know. Do I be resuscitated? It's starting to get to that point where we got health issues and stuff, but I think my girlfriend still wants me around for a little bit longer, so I don't think she's going to want to follow with that or pull the plug. I mean, I do have one set out. It's like, okay, it depends. It's always a dicey thing and a uptight thing for families. Do you unplug, you know, dad or not? And then you have people that they say, okay, we're going to unplug him. And then the guy, I've known someone that he had a thing where do not extend my life with machines. Okay, so they unplugged him. He woke up and came back to life and lived another 25 years. So be careful what you ask for, what you put down. It's everyone's own personal thing, right? What else we got here? Oh, retirement, not retirement. End of life decisions. So I'll just do this quickly. I'm adding this in with the responsibility because it is responsible. A lot of people don't do this. They don't make their funeral arrangements, because we're not thinking about wanting to die. We're thinking about living. But really, at some point, maybe, I don't know if there was an age cutoff. Maybe by the time you're 50, because you can get killed in a car accident, you can get killed in a plane crash. Some of these things should be done. You go, you arrange them, you do them, set them aside, put them off with your will and power of attorney and stuff in a nice secure box where it's not going to get hurt, or a safety deposit box, and then worry about it for whoever your executor is. So basically in Canada in 2026, you can probably get yourself buried and cremated for about $5,000. The federal government, when you die and when you finished your probate, they will, instead of paying you out your money for your Canada pension, they'll give you $2,000, which is just barely enough to get the a cardboard box and burn you up for cremation. So, I mean, they're not really helping you out, but I mean, that's all they give you for that. But my last research was about $5,000 you can set aside. You can have your end of life arrangements there. It's really weird. You can Google this and research and to find out, all the process and that. I mean, 10 years ago, I went through this with my mom when she passed away, but she had all her stuff in order. And what they do in a lot of these cemeteries, sometimes they're associated funeral homes, you go in there and you, depending on what you want for your last wishes and things, you buy like a certificate, and sometimes you can make payments on it. That seems really weird too, but you can make payments on it, and it's going to be X thousand dollars or something. I mean, she had one that was $10,000. She wanted a condo crypt where she had a nice view out amongst the cemetery, which boggled my mind, because when you're all a bunch of dust inside of a vase, inside of a lead container, what kind of view do you really have? They were trying to sell me a spot, and I'm like, no thanks, man. I want a Viking funeral. Well, I'm probably never going to get that, but you can buy these things in advance. They have certificates or bonds that you do. It's sort of like an insurance thing, but you pay it, and then at the time of death, if there's any money to be dispersed out for that reason, you can get it. The executor can get the money dispersed out. Everything set aside. Wham bam, the funeral, the ceremony, the celebration of life. There it goes, and then you're done. Now, if you don't do something like this, you're putting a lot of that stress on your family, and especially the executor of your will, because whether or not they are or are not a family member, a person has to be taken care of and buried usually within 15, 20, maximum 30 days after death. Something has to be done. Fees have to be paid. Arrangements have to be made. So rather than sticking this on your family members, maybe have a trusted family friend or someone who you really trust to be your executor, and they can follow all the procedures. The industry is pretty straightforward. They even have a checklist. You got a coffin? You're going to be cremated? You want to be put in the ground? There's all these checklists you go through there, and you just bing, 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 bing. And then when it happens, it happens. Because for all of us, when we die, we ain't going to be there. Our soul has risen to the great universe in the sky, or however you feel the afterlife is. So with that said, that's the end of this video. Cosmic Retired Guy. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I really appreciate it if you can comment on some of these things, because everybody shares the information. Anyways, have a great day. We'll see you again.